Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Motivation with Flavor. I am so excited to be back with you guys and bringing Ruby. Ruby, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, I'm so excited. I first have to actually know, because I don't think if I ever asked you that, but you literally, so she lives like 3 minutes away from me, but how did you end up finding me?
On Facebook.
I know that, but do you remember, like, was it a group or a mutual friend?
I think somebody on my timeline shared you, and then I followed you.
Okay.
And then
I don't think I ever asked you that.
No.
I got real questions coming up though. Well, the first one, I just want you to simply tell us a little bit about yourself, how old you are, how many children you have, what do you do for a living?
Okay, so I am 29. I just turned 29 in July.
Yes. July
26.
26, yes. 2 days after me.
After
yes.
yours. What was the other question? I have short-term memory loss.
So what do you do for a living?
I work at a doctor's office.
Okay.
So I am a receptionist.
Okay.
I have 2 girls, ages 8 and 10.
8 and 10. That's good. And you're planning a wedding?
Yes.
That's super exciting. Do we know that date?
Yes, September 5th.
September 5th.
2020.
Do we know why we picked September 5th? Like, did it mean anything?
Because it's a long weekend and we get to party.
Oh, it's a holiday?
Yes.
What holiday is it?
Labor Day?
Is it Labor Day? Okay. Fair enough. That's awesome.
Yep.
More alcohol for me?
+5 is my lucky number.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
See, you learned something new.
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. Okay, well, I want you to tell us about your journey with MWF. I know that you haven't completed 6 months with us yet, but how much weight have you lost already? And I want you to tell us a little bit more about how you've been maintaining during the whole process.
Okay, so I've lost roughly, give or take, 40 pounds, probably more. I started at 231 with you.
Okay.
But my heaviest was 245. I was ever 245.
Okay.
And today I weighed in at 193.4.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Are you so proud?
I haven't been in the 100s since before I had my 10-year-old.
Oh, wow. So high school?
Yes.
Right?
And even
wow.
in high school, I was always 190, 198, so 193.
Where did you go when you sent me that picture? This one right here.
To church.
You were going to church?
Yes.
How were you feeling that you wore that?
I felt great.
Yeah?
Yes.
When was the last time you wore a pair of jeans and I don't want to say a crop top, but a little bit of a tummy showing, and you felt very comfortable, not only comfortable enough to send it to me, but you've posted it on Facebook, and I mean, look at your smile. Like, you know, it's not particularly the teeth that show a smile, but you have this glow about you now that you really didn't have before. And even when we met that day, that glow wasn't there.
I remember I told you, like, look at those cheeks.
Yeah, and you know, a completely different change. How do you feel now that you are wearing this size? And what size were you before, and what size are you wearing now?
Okay. I have actually been, my biggest sizes was 24,
Okay.
26.
Okay, so around me, the same size as I was.
24, 26. And then I went down to 22, and I was stuck there for a while. And then 17, I was there for a while. And then 15, I was there for a while. And then 12, and then 10.
10. That's amazing.
Yes.
But I want you to explain to them, when you say stuck there for a while, were you really stuck, or was it purposely maintaining?
My 12 was purposely maintaining.
Okay.
I was actually comfortable. 26 to a 12.
Yes.
It was like,
I'm
good here.
Yeah,
like,
most definitely. And that happens a lot. So, you know, when people ask my clients, hey, how much weight have you lost? You know, there is usually they have a major weight drop, and then they stop, and then they continue. It's not they're stopping because they're necessarily stuck, but necessarily because they get comfortable, as did I. When I dropped to, I went from 258 to 150, I could say that I was there for a good 3 months before I decided to do anything different. Razo herself dropped the first 80 pounds like that and decided to maintain for another 4 or 5 months. My client May, same thing, dropped the first 60 pounds and decided to maintain for a couple months. And then, after you get comfortable, you decide, okay, I'm ready to challenge myself to the next step. And I say this with love because it's not a race. It's not about, how long did it take you necessarily, but how comfortable you were in the whole process. And in the same thing, it's like you were great and you purchased new jeans every single time you hit a size. I was the complete difference. I was wearing leggings and didn't purchase anything until I hit my final goal because I was just dropping weight so fast that even if I purchased something, I could have probably only wore it twice and it would have already been too big for me. So now you're at 190. Where do you see yourself? Because the wedding is in September, right?
Yes.
How do you feel at this weight? Because some people at 190 might say, hey, you know what? I still want to keep going. And some people that, I have clients that went from 400 plus, got down to 320 and was like, I feel great. I'm done. This is where I'm comfortable. And where do you see yourself going from the 190 mark?
I'm actually happy now, how I am now, but I'm a Leo and I like to challenge myself. So I do want to hit 185, even 180.
Okay.
If 185 comes too easy to me, then I want to do 180 and then maintain 180 till the wedding.
Yeah. That's awesome. So only 10 pounds to go, really. And I feel like that 10 pounds is going to give you a lot of break during the holiday season.
Yes.
The holiday is coming around. We all want to enjoy those tamales. And with that being said, I want to ask you, was MWF a good fit for you as a Hispanic? I mean, you cook like amazing pozole. Your food looks so great. So, people are always like, oh, but I can't because of my Mexican culture. I eat this, I eat that, I eat that. But as a Hispanic that is a success story with MWF, do you feel like this plan worked for you?
Yes. It definitely did. Mostly, I feel like it was the easiest one ever because, you can add a spicy salsa to your salad.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you can have tongue tacos. You can have pastor tacos. You can have menudo. You can have pozole, carnitas, chicharrones, everything.
Yes. Do you feel when you joined and I told you could have all this stuff, were you shocked? Were you surprised? Were you like, is she kidding? Or how did you feel about it when I actually told you were able to have them?
I was shocked.
Yeah.
At first, and even my kids, I would buy menudo for the weekend, and they're like, I pour myself my bowl, and my 10-year-old's like, Mom, I thought you were on a diet. I'm gonna tell your coach, and I'm like, tell her. Actually, I'm gonna post this on Facebook, and I'm gonna tag her. Yeah. I'm like, I can eat this. Yeah, I really remember can.
That. That's awesome.
And she's like, what kind of diet are you on? I'm like, well, watch me lose weight tomorrow.
That's awesome. Yes. That's incredible. And I think, would you say, because a lot of coaches tell their clients, hey, don't step on the scale, and you just said, watch me lose weight tomorrow. I tell you guys to step on the scale every single day. Yes. Does that keep you motivated to see the numbers drop daily? Every time you do well and you step on the next day, does that keep you motivated to keep doing what you're doing because you see that it's working?
It definitely does. Who doesn't? It's kind of like when you work and you get paid and you love seeing that money go up. Why wouldn't you love to see the scale go down?
Most definitely. I want to ask you a more personal question of, you lost a little bit of weight before you actually joined, right? 15 pounds, I want to say?
No, 6 pounds.
6, okay. Not even close.
That took me 10 years to lose.
It took you 10 years. Yeah. Okay, I want you to tell me why you think it took you 10 years.
Because I was doing it wrong.
Okay.
I was starving myself.
How many times a day were you eating when you were trying to lose those 6 pounds?
2 times.
2 times a day per day.
Yes.
Okay.
I was not eating breakfast.
Okay. You were having snacks.
I was not having snacks. I was only having lunch at work.
Okay.
So that was my 12 o'clock meal. And then dinner at home, either 5 or 6. And that's it.
Yeah. And I want to point that out because people think that under eating is good. It's not. You have to eat more. She's eating about 5 to 6 times a day?
Yes, 6 times.
And so she's eating triple what she was eating before. Not only that, but a lot of people also say that eating late is what is holding people back. And clearly not true because you were eating dinner at 5 or 6 o'clock. What time were you going to bed?
8:30.
Okay. So a little earlier than normal people. That's okay. But you weren't night eating. You weren't snacking into the night.
No.
You were, I have clients that actually tell me that, they would try to starve themselves all day, that they actually right before bed, they break down and they just go eat everything they have in the fridge because they're so hungry from not eating all day long.
Yeah.
Would you say that I have you under eating at all on this plan?
No. You actually made me cramp the first day on my plan. I remember going to my mom's house. It was the first day, and I remember I think I sent you a message. I was like, I'm not a breakfast person.
I do. I remember that.
And you told me eat 4 eggs. I was like, 4 eggs. I was like, you're kidding me. Like, you're telling a person that never eats breakfast to eat 4 eggs. And I listened. I cooked the 4 eggs, and I only ate probably like 1.5.
Because you weren't hungry yet.
No.
So how do you feel about breakfast now that you've been eating breakfast?
I wake up and like the first thing I feel is my stomach growling.
Because here's the thing with the body, and I want to explain hunger real quick. So a lot of people are thinking hunger is like the more you eat, the fuller you're going to get. Completely false. Hunger comes because there is something missing in the body. So let's say, for example, your body is missing a vitamins or a nutrients. In this case, we'll just use potassium. If you're missing potassium and eat something that has absolutely no potassium, like let's say a burger or a pizza, your body's actually going to say, hey, I'm still hungry, feed me more. Not because you're still hungry, but necessarily because you didn't get potassium. But if you ate a small banana that's full of potassium, your body's gonna say, "Oh my God, I'm so full." So you retrain your body to eat what it wants and what it needs, and so your body is craving exactly what you're giving it to it. Because if you are giving a car a really good oil change, let's say you're getting the expensive kind of oil, your car is naturally going to drive better, and it's gonna feel smoother, right? If let's say you needed new tires, but you never fix your tires, you get an oil change and you some extra gas in there, windshield wipers and all that, and a car wash, did you fix the tires? No. You still need those tires. And so if your body needs a particular vitamins and nutrients and you're not giving it to them, you're always going to be hungry. And so for people that are going to sleep hungry or feeling starving, your body is asking you to give it a vitamin or a nutrient that you're already not giving it. So we need to go ahead and do more. Okay, I want to ask you, because so far you make it sound so easy. There has to be a hard part. What is the hardest part about the plan? Or not necessarily the plan, or just like the lifestyle change.
About the plan itself, or for me?
For you personally.
For me, the hardest thing was giving up rice. Mexican rice.
Did you try the cauliflower rice yet? Don't like it. She hates cauliflower. I tried to offer her.
Did I tell you?
You could tell
him? So it was like the first week, right? And I think Razo shared the recipe. No, it was somebody else. The Mexican recipe for cauliflower rice. She has curly hair. I don't remember her name.
We have too many clients.
Yes.
But Catherine.
Yes.
Yes.
Like something
she
with
bakes
the C.
bomb.
So
cauliflower rice.
She shared it, and I was like, okay, that looks good. She used the ingredients you use for Mexican rice. So I was like, okay, I got this. So I literally cooked it like the 3rd or the 4th day on the plan. And I'm sitting at my dinner table, like literally eating spoonfuls with some bistec carne. And the meat was bomb. and the rice, like, it would go down my throat and like come back up, and then I'd swallow it back down because the whole time I was thinking, you're gonna wake up skinny tomorrow. But I could not do it.
So the cauliflower wasn't for you, right? Completely
No.
fine. How does that mean you hate vegetables, or you just simply didn't like that particular vegetable?
I hate vegetables, y'all. Honestly.
Do you?
Like,
But you
hate
still successful.
vegetables.
You were still successful.
And I don't know how.
Okay, but you do know how, because
Yes,
you
'cause I've been doing it.
Because you decided that you wanted to do that.
Yes.
And with that, why did you decide to join? What happened, or what was going on that you were like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this lifestyle. Let me go ahead and figure out what I would feel like doing something else. Or what was the push for you to be like, okay, I need to do something, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was getting married, obviously, but I was also taking medications for high blood pressure, a beta blocker for my heart, and a water pill for water retention.
Okay, this was when you were joining.
Yes,
Okay, did we eliminate any of the medications so far?
all of them.
You're kidding.
Yes.
Okay, so we eliminated all 3 medications.
Yes.
Amazing. And it hasn't been 6 months. You actually remember when you did join? The exact date?
Second Monday of March. So
Okay, March. Perfect.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I'm like writing it down because I like forget and I like to take my little notes. That's awesome.
Yes.
So in those 6 months, you have completely gotten off all 3 medications.
Yes.
Powerful.
No more medications, and I can.
What kind of pride or joy does that give you that you know, you're like, I beat something, and you work in the health industry. You see people coming into the office with prescription after prescription. You're only 29. So how did it feel to be like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I decided to take a step of getting my health back together? Because, you know, I really want to express to everybody that it isn't just about your waistline. You feel great and you look this happy, and absolutely you're going to glow 100%. But beyond the weight loss, you achieve more than that. So what has the weight loss given back to you other than a smaller waistline and the taking out the 3 medications that you were taking?
Confidence. Like, confidence, 100%. Before, I would always hide on pictures, or I would literally have my kids take like 300 pictures, and I'd scroll through all of them, and I don't like this one, I don't like this one, or I'd be like, can you take it at a higher angle, you know, so you won't show my double chin or
Okay.
whatever. And now it's like they take 2-3 pictures, and I like all of them.
Yeah, that's awesome. And not only does she like all of them, but then she sends them to me and she goes like, I look so great, you know. And that's a good feeling.
Yes,
Most
it
definitely.
is.
And confidence really does, you know, change yourself. And
It does.
and when you're changing in a positive manner, I feel like you change overall. And with that being said, do you feel like, has this positively impacted your marriage, having the more confidence? Has that given back more love for you to give the kids and the husband and the house?
Yes, I feel like it has. Not only that, my husband himself has lost 20 pounds just by
Just eating what you're eating.
yes. He's like, what are you having? I want some of that. Or, you know, and even then, like, he still eats more. Like,
Yeah.
he eats approved tortillas, but he eats like 4 approved tortillas.
Of
So
course.
I'm like, that's not how it works. But I mean,
But for 20 pounds, for a person that's
Yes.
necessarily not trying to follow the plan 100%,
that's
is
still
great.
a loss. I mean, I take those 20 pounds any day.
Yes, especially because you were saying it took you 10 years for 6 pounds. I mean,
Yes.
it literally, and I hear this over and over again. Every single husband, every single boyfriend, if they live together, they're always dropping weight because they want to not only support who they're with, but because the food looks good. And if the food looks good, they also want to
Wanna
eat
eat
from
it.
it. And we have everything. We have approved tortillas, chocolate, ice cream. And so if you know this ice cream is good, why are you going to go and buy the bad one? I mean, especially when you have children eating, you know, you want to put that positive impact on your children. Do you see yourself doing that a little bit more? Not 100%, but maybe telling your daughter, okay, you know what? You had enough treats today. Let's eat some fruit or anything like that. Has it like kind of impacted your brain of, let me make a wiser decision every single time and see what is better out there?
Yes, definitely. And my kids actually eat my fruit. Like, and before MWF, I kid you not, the only fruit we had in our house was probably bananas.
Yeah.
Now we have a lot, like strawberries, cucumbers, which cucumbers I hated before.
Yeah.
And I love them now with some salsa valentina and some tahini and lime. Oh my gosh.
I just bought the chamoy sauce.
Yes.
I'm kind of hooked on that stuff right now. I'm telling you, I'm Mexican at heart. I swear to God.
So my kids literally, they eat all my fruit. I literally have to hide some of my fruit sometimes because otherwise, or my treats.
Yeah.
From Aldi, they eat them.
Yeah, I actually have to hide my treats also. I have to hide my pecans because Xander will eat them all. And not only that, but the ice cream, like, the girls love the ice cream. And honestly, it's just the point of, if you know something is better, why are you gonna go and get something that isn't healthy for us? Because you already know a better option. And it tastes great. You know, people think that if they're good for you, that they're gonna taste really bad. The ice cream, the chocolate, they taste really, really good.
Even the bread is good.
The bread is good. The bread is amazing.
I was surprised. Bread was one of the hardest things for me. I mean, Hispanics.
Yeah.
I grew up in the mornings, you have a concha with your big old cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh man, no more rice and now no more conchas, you know? But the approved bread is really good.
Yeah.
Like the first time I had a sandwich, I was in heaven.
Yeah.
And I still lost weight.
Yes. I'm going to have her on the commercial. And I still lost weight. I love it, though, because it's true. Yes. It is so true. You know, I think it's more or less that we were so impacted in high school. And by the way, shame on you guys. You need to change that because you guys keep teaching young girls, especially, eat less, count your calories, and that's all crap and it's all false. Please work on that because you are negatively impacted people like us, and especially Rubii. You know, just for 6 pounds, you admitted to starving yourself. Not okay. I feel like we are better than that, and we deserve to know better. And so they have to definitely do something about that. Let's see what question I have next. Everything kind of naturally came up to me. Now I actually need to read my list. Okay, I got this one. I got this one too. And I want to ask you one last question, and I think it really is the most important one. One, I want to thank you first for sending people my way. You have sent a lot of people my way. You always tag me. I really appreciate that because it feeds my family. I cannot thank you enough. But if anybody that doesn't personally know you or can message you and they're thinking about joining MWF, what would you tell them as they should or shouldn't do? What would be, if you were their friend and you're giving them advice to or not to join, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, you have to be, well, first of all, you have to be serious about joining. It is the easiest thing you're gonna do. I mean, I'm telling you, you can eat pozole, menudo, tacos, every Mexican dish. It's basically approved. You can eat it. It's just you have to want it as much as, because this girl here wants it as much as we want it. So, you know, you have to want it as much as she wants it, as much as you yourself want it, and MWF will make it happen.
Oh, that's awesome. And honestly, and she's absolutely right. I tell you guys, don't join if you're not ready. Don't waste your money if you're not ready. The plan absolutely works. But here is the thing. I don't want to take on just clients. I want to take on success stories. I want you to succeed so that you could send me 10 clients, 20 clients, 30 clients my way because I'm doing such an amazing job with you. So if you're ready to change your life, this is definitely the place to be. And Rubii, for that, I really just want to thank you for coming on my channel and being with me today. I really appreciate you and your friendship that we have grown together. I appreciate you very much. And with that, it was time to say bye. See you guys next time.